The Sweetwater man now sharing his unbelievable story of survival and loss.
Stephen Lemke was at the scene of a deadly shooting in McMinn County over the weekend. The sheriff's office says 4 people were killed, including Lemke's fiance.
Jasmine Hall and Curtis Smith were identified as the suspects in the shooting. They are in jail. In our top story tonight at 6, our Elizabeth Kubel hears from Lemke about what happened this weekend and the hurt he's been feeling since. Elizabeth?
Bo, it is hard to imagine going through this. Stephen Lemke says the violence was sudden, and he believes it centered around the baby of the female suspect and one of the victims. Lemke survived, but he is now coping with a tough loss.
I don't want to go to sleep because I know it's all going to replay, and it's probably going to replay for the rest of my life, and I don't want to accept it.
Just days after a deadly shooting in McMinn County, survivor Stephen Lemke is haunted by the crime.
They started walking out the door to the truck to leave, and Jasmine turned around and yelled at him and completely just said, "What are you doing? Don't leave no one alive." And so I'm in the back of the camper on a bed and looking out the window kind of, and I seen Curtis just turn around. And then next thing I know, he's stepping back into the camper, pretty much reshooting every victim twice.
Stephen made it out alive, but not untouched. He shows us where a bullet grazed his head.
My head was just pouring blood, and I believe that's the reason why Curtis thought I was dead. And when I hit the ground, to act like I was dead, just praying that I could get out of there to try to call and get help for everybody.
And luckily, he was able to. He says his fiancée, Jessie, was already dead by the time he escaped. She was one of the 4 victims killed.
I wish I could wake up from this nightmare so I could roll over, tell her good morning, give her a kiss, and tell her I love her.
Now he's calling her his guardian angel, remembering her as a loving and caring person, continuing now to fight for justice and peace.
Everything that we have made plans on and dreamed about and everything, I'm going to fulfill them like she is here with me, because she is. In spirit, I'm still going to do it to try to put myself at peace and try to make her happy, to know that I'm trying to fight and keep going.
And Stephen also told me it does bring comfort not having to wonder who or where the suspects are. Curtis Smith and Jasmine Hall were both taken into custody on Saturday night. They face charges of first-degree murder. Lori.
Elizabeth, thank you. Smith and Hall were arraigned in court this week. They're due back next month. We will continue following this case.